Now on CoastTV News.
New rules for rentals.
This affects everybody in Ocean City.
New restrictions on short-term rentals in Ocean City are now law.
Price hikes ahead. A new 25% tariff on imports from Mexico and Canada could make everyday items more expensive.
Housing grant push. Sussex County seeking $1.83 million to help homeowners with critical repairs and accessibility upgrades.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
You're looking live right now into Ocean City, a day before a red alert day comes to the coast. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a look at the weather. Let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. He joins us now. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. Now, typically I don't start off with the newscast here at 6 o'clock, but in this case, we need to give you a quick heads up on what I'm anticipating. No fancy stuff. Let's just cut to the chase here. Tomorrow, we're watching out for a chance of possible tornadoes. Let me show you why I'm concerned about it. This right here, our latest model, and this is a high rapid refresh model that has a lot of detail with our short-term forecasting. And at 5 o'clock, I'm looking at a very strong line of storms that's going to be set up with a warm front that'll push through initially. But here's what we're looking at. By 5 o'clock in Lewis, and then right just to the east of 113 down towards Ocean Pines. This is a very potent storm. I want you to think of the reds here. The reds is where we're talking about severe storms, but this deeper red, that's of great concern, especially since we have warm conditions already in place. And even as we go into 6 o'clock, we'll still have touches of possibility of severe thunderstorms. Think of the red as severe thunderstorm warning areas. So that's what we're concerned about with our red alert day. And we are in the bullseye, the crosshairs of severe storms. According to the National Weather Service, we are at least in the slight threat with strong winds. Our greatest concern, tornadoes are low to moderate risk, not necessarily so much with flooding, but we are expecting between 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain in a very short period of time. Now, we want to also encourage you, be sure you pull out your phone and download and scan this QR code. You will need that for tomorrow. This is not a drill. This is a serious thing, and I need you to take it seriously and prepare yourself accordingly. I'll elaborate more on the timing of these storms as I continue to keep a close eye on them. But for right now, back to you.
Thank you, Paul. And Delmarva has seen tornadoes before. In 2019, an EF2 tornado hit Laurel. Winds went up to 120 miles per hour.
In 2023, an EF3 ripped through western Sussex County, Greenwood to Ellendale, getting the brunt of the damage, killing a man in his Greenwood home that was completely destroyed. This was the first deadly tornado in Delaware in 40 years.
And with all that being said, let's take a look at some tornado tips to prepare for that worst case scenario. According to AAA, first step is to find a windowless, safe shelter. Grab some pillows, blankets, heavy coats, and protective padding for protection of flying debris. If driving, do not try to outrun it. Pull over, find shelter. Know the signs of tornadoes like a funnel-shaped cloud, a loud roar, and a cloud of debris. We do have a video actually breaking down tornado safety on our website. Just search tornado.
Say goodbye to renting in Ocean City, parts of it anyway, for a weekend vacation. The Ocean City Council implementing a minimum length stay of 5 days for residential areas and mobile homes in town. But some people are not giving up the fight to rent however they want. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe is live in Ocean City. Kevin, homeowners and realtors have plans to try to reverse this ruling.
Maddie, although a 5-day minimum length stay is now in effect here in Ocean City, some realtors and homeowners are trying to work together to get enough signatures for a referendum. Terry Miller is a realtor in Ocean City and believes people should have the right to pack their things and roll up to any house to rent for a weekend. But the new rental rules in Ocean City will restrict just that.
This is how the town is going to look. All of these black areas now go away. They're not available for you as a renter to come stay, and they're not available to you as a second homeowner to purchase if you want any rental income.
After months of debate, the Ocean City Council passed a ruling mandating a 5-day minimum length stay for people looking to rent in residential areas or mobile homes during the summer of 2025 and 2026. And for 2027, that bumps all the way up to a 31-day minimum length stay. Ocean City Mayor Rick Meehan says that the areas this rule will affect are not meant for short-term renting.
Because they're single-family home districts. And really, rentals aren't supposed to take place in single-family home districts.
But Miller and others believe rights shouldn't be taken away from owners renting in those areas, and has decided to start a petition for a referendum on this topic, which would give the people the right to vote on the decision.
This affects everybody in Ocean City, not just R1 and MH owners. This is property rights.
Miller says she expects people to sell their property and thinks property value will go down. But Meehan disagrees.
Some people want to buy a second home where they're not going to see rentals all around them or constant turnover into properties next door to them. That can be an enhancement as well.
It will take time to see who's right about the impact, but in the meantime, the rules have been changed, and for now, that minimum stay requirement is the law of the land. Now, if they do end up with enough votes for that referendum, it'll then go up to a ballot during the next general election. I'm Kevin Cepay, live in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Kevin, thank you. At that same meeting, Ocean City Council had its first reading. That's the first step for increased parking fines during special events and also eliminating parking kiosks. Both of those proposals, though, require a second reading to become law.
As of today, the U.S. is imposing a 25% tariff on all goods from Canada and Mexico. Economists say the importers pay the tariff and often pass that along to the consumer, the price that is, meaning things like avocados and cars, too big imports, could get more expensive. Some local shoppers are taking it day by day.
It's going to hurt a little bit, obviously, but like I say, I want to be optimistic that the president knows what he's doing and that eventually it's going to work out in our favor, but I don't know.
President Trump has said tariffs will create more factory jobs, shrink the federal deficit, lower food prices, and allow the government to subsidize child care.
To localize the tariff talk, according to the site Lending Tree, both Maryland and Delaware are pretty low on the list, they say, for impact from the Trump tariffs, ranking 48 and 49 out of 50 states. Now, as for retaliatory tariffs from other countries, Lending Tree says they're a little bit better there, and it's an online loan marketplace. So how did they determine all this? Lending Tree used imports and exports to and from Mexico, Canada, and China to each state's total imports and exports. They then ranked the states based on the highest percentage of imports and exports from those countries to come up with those numbers.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how will tariffs impact your shopping?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. Take a look at your screen. 40% say no change and 36% say buy less and pay more, shop alternatives, getting a little bit of the vote there.
And that is a little bit of a change earlier. I think it was 46% saying no change in the 5 o'clock newscast. These numbers may shift around. You can be part of the conversation. Go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app, and we'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11. A Milford man has been charged with attempted murder after being caught in Pennsylvania. On November 3rd, police say a woman was stabbed at a home in Milford. Police say Derek Legree was the culprit and was arrested weeks later in Philadelphia. Now Legree is back in Delaware and has been formally charged.
After a long winter, Milton has amended its snow emergency routes, meaning where you can't park your car after a big storm. On your screen now are the 10 streets that were named emergency snow routes at Monday's town council meeting. Red lines means you can't park on either side during snow emergencies. You see that little yellow line there? That means you can't park on the east side of Mill Street. The little blue line, similar. It means no parking during those snow emergencies on the north side of Broad Street.
Today, Worcester County commissioners were asked to help Ocean City in its effort to hire more police officers. This is going to be the first summer without the seasonal officer program. Ocean City Mayor Rick Meehan says that means the town will need to hire more full-time officers, 10 new cars, and equipment. In total, it could cost the town around $2,300,000. Ocean City is asking the county to cover a little more than half of that.
We've told you about a number of scams recently, and new this week, South Bethany Police is partnering with the Delaware Department of Technology and Information to host a presentation on cybersecurity. Topics include how to identify scams, avoid being a victim, and how to stay safe online. This will take place March 6th from 1 to 3 at South Bethany's Town Hall. New money for Sussex County towns who are in need of repair.
Sussex County's Community Development and Housing Department submitted a block grant application for 2025's fiscal grant year. The total, over $1.8 million.
The grant, which got that green light from Sussex County Council, would help supplement affordable housing options and the chance for people to apply for some money to help fix their current homes. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy joins us live in Selbyville.
Brendan, that is a good chunk of change for affordable housing.
Charlie, when I spoke to Brandy Nauman, the director of community development for Sussex County, she told me that with all that money, these houses really need that help. And even though it is a lot of money, she says she wishes she could help out even more if that was a possibility. It's places like Frankfort and Selbyville. Selbyville is where I am right now that need the help the most. This will assist in keeping housing affordable and repairing homes that need it. Brandy made it very clear that her top mission is to keep people in the homes that they're already currently in.
Here all the time there's not enough affordable housing, and so we're working on the other side of our department to create affordable housing opportunities. But with this, we find it really important to keep people in their homes. It's the most affordable option is when you're already in a home, keep it affordable. So we want to make sure it's safe and stable for folks.
When I spoke to Brandy after the meeting, after she gave her presentation, she told me she's seen some houses use cardboard as their walls or even as their flooring. And after seeing something like that, she says she doesn't want to have to see that happen to anybody ever again. Reporting live in Selbyville, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Brendan. Well, did you know we have a feel-good newsletter? Each Friday you can cheer up with this. We have local good news features. It's just really cute, so please sign up at coasttv.com or use that QR screen right there. And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Coming up, a gun in a Seaford school.
And in lieu of the threat of severe weather, we want to go over a couple of hints real quick to remind you about tornado safety, because we have the threat of tornadoes for tomorrow. You want to be in the inner part of your house, and if possible, if you have a basement, then be sure you go to that basement for your safety, particularly tomorrow.
Breaking ground on new jobs, the soon-to-be Milford Corporate Center. We're back with more on that in just 60 seconds.
On August 1st of 1924, my great-grandfather, Samuel E. Shockley, met in Willards with a small group of men to determine the advisability of opening a bank in Willards, Maryland.
Put yourself in their shoes. A train comes through town, there's horses and buggies, and the only way that they could allocate capital through this area of Wicomico County was to build a bank. It's an audacious goal.
They wanted to build a bank that could be used by the common man. So they met in the summer of 1924, and then by January they were ready to open the doors of the bank.
It's really rewarding to hear the stories of a customer who comes in and says, you know, your grandfather gave me my first loan.
Banking will always be about people. It will not be about machines, computers, cell phones. So as we move forward into the future of the Farmers Bank of Willards, we always have to remember that people come first.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Big news out of Milford. Officials breaking ground on the new Milford Corporate Center.
The industrial park off Route 14 and Churchill Road is projected to create around 1,300 jobs in Milford. The city says it'll feature a walking trail and roundabout to ease traffic. This project has been in the works for years.
There were a lot of hurdles and challenges that took us quite a bit of time to get to this point, but all in all, it's something that we planned on doing again back in 2017, and we're now going to see it come to fruition.
The city says a number of businesses have reached out to be in the corporate center when it's built, but none are official quite yet.
We're concerned about severe weather for tomorrow. Just want to remind you of terminologies. When we say a tornado watch, be prepared for conditions are favorable. A warning means we've spotted one on radar. And if you ever hear tornado emergency, that means we have severe threat to human life and catastrophic damage. We're going to go over pinpointing the timing and the pinpointing of the location of these storms that hit our way.
Delmarva Sports Network updates can be heard on Big 107.7.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you'll get your first month free when you join today. Sign up for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th.
At Ocean Downs, the points you earn can be used however the shell you want. Redeem for free play, dining, and gift cards whenever you want. As for those other casinos that restrict your points, tell them to kiss your bass. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome!
I like it.
I love it.
Right now, buy a half-ton Tundra with low 1.99 APR financing. Or lease a rugged Tacoma TRD Sport for just $319 a month.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Spring is when the great outdoors becomes your living room. Let Johnny Janasic make your outdoor space more relaxing and enjoyable. Shop now and take 10% off all outdoor clearance items. And remember to take advantage of our great financing options. Find manager's special pricing on the 6-piece dining set with cushions, now only $1899.95. And manager special Adirondack chairs start at just $179.95 each. Shop Johnny Janasic, Delaware's premier outdoor furniture destination.
Save yourself the trouble of your DIY garage project. Let the experts at Complete Concrete Coatings transform your garage surface from average to extraordinary. We are family owned and operated, offering high quality residential and commercial services at competitive prices. Concrete Coatings uses 100% polyaspartic materials, lasting 4 times longer, cures quicker, and UV resistant with multiple color options available, backed by a lifetime warranty. Turn your design dreams into reality and have your things returned on the same day. Call us today for a free estimate or visit CompleteConcreteSystem.com.
At Ocean Downs, the points you earn can be used however the shell you want. Redeem for free play, dining, and gift cards whenever you want. As for those other casinos that restrict your points, tell them to kiss your bass. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you'll get your first month free when you join today. Sign up for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th.
At All Mobility, we keep you moving. Whether it's wheelchair-accessible vans, scooters, home ramps, or lift chairs, we've got the perfect mobility solution for you. Our experts will help customize options to fit your needs and lifestyle so you can stay independent and active. Scooters, ramps, vans, and more. Get moving with All Mobility. Come see us today or schedule a home consultation. allmobilitystore.com.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
I'm concerned about dangerous storms hitting Delmarva between 4 and 7 o'clock in the afternoon evening for Wednesday, and I'm going to show you why. Our tunnel razor camera in Lewis, we're at 54 degrees. Temperatures elevated a bit, and that's one of the primary concerns. We have an elevated concern for severe weather. We're going to stay clear for tonight in 49. We're at 50 degrees in Rehoboth, 59 Redden, 52 in Delmar. So we have the base for possible storms marching through because we're already warm. We also have evidence of winds picking up momentum. Wind advisory for all of the inland Sussex area, watching out for 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts, not only in just Sussex, but also Ocean City, West Ocean City, Ocean Pines, Berlin, as well as Ironshire. Then, along the beaches, we have a gale wind warning. That's when we're watching out for 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts from Ocean City all the way up towards Lewis, Dewey Beach, as well as Rehoboth, and that's also applicable for the folks in Cambridge with a gale wind warning active there as well. Currently, we're a bit on the quiet side, but we have storms looming, and we are in the crosshairs of at least a slight risk right over our neck of the woods, which is painted in yellow here. Now, we have an enhanced chance down towards Norfolk, but that could easily shift in our direction because of the push of warm air coming out of the south. Quickly, we have a red alert day for Wednesday for us here. Possible thunderstorms and a chance of an isolated tornado. Our concern, power loss as well as damage to structural damage between 4 and 7 o'clock. When we call for a red alert day, we're concerned about 40-mile-per-hour winds and at least an inch of rain. Our future rain forecasting map indicating 1.1 to 1.25 on the high side and on the low side 0.9. So that hits the threshold with the rain. The winds, 43 mile per hour wind gusts by 3:30. And then, just so you'll notice, at 5:30, that kicks up to 50 to 51, 52 mile per hour winds, but also out of the south, which means it adds more thermodynamic energy to this storm. This storm is already causing problems in the deep south right now, but it's swinging in our direction, initially giving us more warm air before the cold front pushes through and kickstarts the stormy conditions over our neck of the woods between 4 and 7. More detailed analysis, we're pinpointing it to Ellendale at 4 o'clock, Seaford at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That pushes through, and we have it lining up along the coast by 5:30. Then the most southern portion of our viewing area kicks off at 4 o'clock over towards Princess Anne. Then it's directly over us in Snow Hill and Willards by 5 o'clock. And then Newark, we're looking for it really to explode at about 5 o'clock over Newark. We're going to continue to track that. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Remember, red alert day for Wednesday, so be sure you download our app.
New tonight, according to the Seaford School District, a student brought an unloaded gun to Frederick Douglass Elementary School this morning. The district says the student was dropped off by car, so they did not take the school bus. According to Seaford, staff members were alerted right away and followed all the safety protocols. They say this has accelerated the conversation about adding weapons detection systems to Seaford schools. The Seaford Police Department said this is an active and ongoing investigation at this time. We do have more online.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. Right now, Stephen Decatur boys basketball is facing off with Arundel for a spot in the 3A East Region Finals. The Seahawks are riding a 20-1 season, going undefeated in the Bayside this year and earning the conference title. As the #1 seed in the region playoffs, Decatur is hoping to begin a deep postseason run like last year, where they made a state semifinals appearance. Their opponent, Arundel, is 12-9 on the year and coming off a 2-point win over Severna Park in the region quarterfinals. Watch Decatur versus Arundel in the semis right now, live over the air on DSN, and catch highlights on DSN's Final Score at 10:30 p.m. Moving to Philadelphia, Saquon Barkley is now the highest paid running back in NFL history after the Eagles signed him to a 2-year, $41.2 million contract extension today. This comes after Barkley set a new single-season record for rushing and led Philly to a Super Bowl title. Barkley is now the NFL's first $20 million plus per year running back. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Tired of your old tub? Imagine stepping into a brand new, modern walk-in shower designed for style, comfort, and safety. At Bath by Spicer Brothers, we make upgrading your bathroom easy. Our factory-certified team provides professional 5-star installation in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and done right guarantee, you get the best service at the best price. Right now, save 20% on your entire bathroom project with payments as low as $79 a month.
Call Bath by Spicer Brothers today, because you deserve the best.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Bath by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Looks like the Millers got some new furniture. And the Garcias? What? The Tippleworths? Orange Days.
Orange Days, only at Ashley in tax-free Del Mar and Millsboro, Delaware.
Winter is here and it's time to stay cozy. But is your heating system ready to play its part? Don't roll the dice on comfort or safety. Call FH Fur for our $69 heating maintenance and safety inspection. We'll fine-tune your system so it's ready to tackle winter's chill. No sweat or shivers. With nearly 40 years of trusted service, FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical are the pros who've seen and fixed it all.
877-GOLFER. FHFur.com.
Hi, I'm Bruce Patrick, president of Tidewater Utilities. Just like Tidewater, I was born and raised right here in Delaware. For over 60 years, Tidewater has been your local water utility, dedicated to providing safe drinking water, fire protection, and building stronger communities. We take pride in not just serving Delawareans, but being a part of your lives. Our team is made up of friends, family, and neighbors committed to delivering the best service possible. We are Tidewater Utilities. We are Delaware made.
And Delaware proud.
No strangers here, just friends you haven't met yet. With comfortable outdoor seating and an authentic Irish bar, Irish Eyes in Milton is a local favorite by the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes in Lewis with ample free parking, a gorgeous waterfront patio, extensive menu favorites, and the best happy hour on the water. Book our Lewis room for all of life's celebrations. With a lovely panoramic view, in-house chef, and a professional team to make your next event one to remember. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
Huh. Looks like the Millers got some new furniture. And the Garcias? What? The Tippleworths? Orange Days.
Orange Days, only at Ashley in tax-free Del Mar and Millsboro, Delaware.
Get ready for 4 days of fun at Springfest. Enjoy amazing food, live entertainment, over 200 unique artisan products, and an enhanced selection of food, beer, and wine. You won't want to miss this free event located at the Ocean City Inlet from April 24th to the 27th. Springfest features 2 stages and more than 30 live performances and ticketed headliners like Strangelove, the Depeche Mode Experience, country music sensation Hunter Hayes, and the legendary Wailers featuring Junior Marvin, opened by Pacifier. Don't miss out. Get all the details at ococean.com/springfest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Remember, we're on a red alert day for Wednesday, bracing for severe storms to strike between 4 and 7 o'clock in the afternoon.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, for more of our local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.